So to prepare for a dance, the school needs to rent 40 chairs, 3 tables, and 6 punch bowls. They got 40 chairs, only 3 tables, and they need 6 punch bowls. I'm hoping they've already got some tables and chairs and they're just ordering extra, because otherwise they got 40 people and 6 bowls of punch, which is a lot of punch for 40 people. But there are 2 rental shops nearby that rent all of these items, but they have different prices as shown in the matrix below. And so A should be pretty straightforward here. What is the size of the rental prices matrix? So this matrix here, Blaine, what size is that? It is a 3 by 2. Then it says put the information about how many chairs, tables, and bowls the school needs into a row matrix. So a row matrix would just be a matrix with 1 row. And we want chairs, tables, and bowls to match chairs, tables, and bowls here. So we'll do chairs here, tables here, and bowls here. And so they need 40 chairs, 3 tables, and 6 punch bowls. And so this is I didn't ask for it, but this is a 1 by 3 matrix here. And so it asks us to use matrix multiplication to find a matrix that shows the total cost of renting all of the equipment from each of the 2 shops. And to here, I want you to show the setup, so show like what you're multiplying together. We're going to do, just for a little more practice, we're going to do this one by hand. Well, calculator assisted, but we're not going to type the matrices in. After this one, though, you can use the calculator to type in your matrices. It's fine. So we got 40, 3, and 6 needs to be multiplied by 2, 250, 20, 15, and 6, 4. So I would do 40 times 2, which will give me 80. And then I'll do 3 times 20, which will give me 60. And I'll do 6 times 6, which will give me 36. I've made my answer matrix wrong. We're doing row times column, row times column. So I'm just going to have, if I've got a 1 by 3 multiplied by a 3 by 2, then I'm going to get a 1 by 2. So I should have made my matrix look more like that. And then I've got to do 40 times 250, which is going to be 100. And 3 times 15, which will give me 45. And 6 times 4, which will give me 24. And so, if I look at what I've got here, that'll be 140, 176. And right here, I will get 169. So, this would be you rent, and this would be rent all, and which one should they buy from or rent from? Rent all should be our, although there's not a lot of difference, so if you like one better than the other, go with that. Now, of course, we could have done that just by typing this into the calculator as well. But what I want us to notice here is that here I had chairs, tables, and bowls, whereas over here I had chairs, tables, and bulks. So those rows matching those columns is what's going to cause this to work, right? So if those don't match, it's not going to help us as far as what we're doing here. So that is the general idea that you're going to use. Problem 2 is super long. It's got a lot of stuff there. So do what you can. It's going to ask you here, like, to multiply these matrices, these C and D, Q and D, D and Q. And if the answer is going to make sense, that's when you're going to think about labeling those columns. And then there's a toy problem. You got revenue and profit for a gas station. So several different problems here. So go ahead and work through those. You're welcome to work with somebody if you would like. I'll be around to answer questions if you need. Here, this will be due tomorrow, but I think you hopefully should be able to get done before we leave.